All right, new One Piece chapter 1105, I'm pretty sure. And at first, I'm like, okay, nothing much is happening in this one. That's okay. But then the ending happens. I'm like, oh, what's going to happen? I'm very excited. So we start off with the Buster Hall being declared, and the Marines are fleeing the island. Saturn and Kizaru are staying on the island to wipe everything out. And Vegapunk is saying, I thought this would end with my death. Why would you destroy the entire island? All the advancement and research that we've done, we're at the cutting edge of all scientific fields. If you destroy everything, then you'll set the human race back a century. And of course, Saturn's response to this is your doing. You were researching the Void Century. Who knows whether crimes are committed, buried here. It's better to wipe it all out. We have no further need of advancements. They're fine where they're to. The Gorosei don't need the world to advance. And Vegapunk is just like, but what about humanity? And of course, Saturn does not care about humanity, but like that moment of what about humanity, the loss of knowledge, burning of the Library of Alexandria all over again. I'm just like, everything that happened with O'Hara, I mean, that moment alone was very impactful just in general. And there's another line there where Saturn's saying about how this is your doing and you should have kept your greed in check. And on one hand, I'm thinking, damn, because greed was the one who sold them out to the government. So yeah, probably should have kept her in check. At the same time, probably should have had her fulfill instead, like have a purpose to fulfill and feel useful rather than just being a glutton who took everything in and always wanted more. So like maybe they could treat her better, but we don't know how they treat her because we didn't really see much of the satellite's individual personalities. We didn't establish them setting up, which is my only complaint about Egghead, but I need to reread Egghead from the beginning just to see if that holds true. I just really wish we had set them up more to learn more about Vegapunk, like I said when I was originally reading those chapters, but I'll get into that one after my reread of Egghead. But then it's at the same time, it's even more impactful because he's saying you should have kept your greed in check, as in your greed of curiosity and knowledge and wanting to know what happened in the Void Century. But it wasn't greed who was doing that. It was the good one. It was it Shaka? He was the one who was looking into the Void Century for the good of humanity, to understand history, to know what is right. It was the good who was researching that Void Century, that taboo, not the greedy, selfish part of him. So I love that line so very much and its implications. Vegapunk begs Kizaru to, like, you can't be okay with this. You have to help me. You have to do this. But Kizaru just turns his head. He better be ashamed and does not help. So we gotta be setting him up to betray Saturn. He's waiting for the correct opportunity. He has a plan, or he's just waiting for the straw that breaks the camel's back to finally make that switch. Like, something has to happen with Kizaru. Again, I'm fine with him staying a cog in the machine because it'll be tragic, and we've established I love trauma and tragedy, but I would also fully expect him to switch sides at some point to protect his friend, to do what is right. So I'm really curious on what people think. Do they want him to stay loyal to the government, cog in the machine, even though he knows it's wrong, or switch sides? And then, which will tie into why I love the end, but I'll talk about it here, Saturn is talking about how he sent out a marine ship to hunt down the ship that had fled with the people who were on Egghead originally, to shoot them down, because any of them could have known the history and have secrets and something. Like, it's better to kill them all. Dead men are the best secret keepers. And Vegapunk is just like, they're innocent. They committed no crime. You can't do this. But Saturn's just like, I can and I will. And so we're under the impression that ship has been destroyed. But we learn at the end of the chapter that someone had interfered. The marine ship that had went after them to shoot them down or sink them had been attacked by some other fleet, some other vessel, and the escape one had gotten away, and now they're sinking, and they're calling Kizaru for help to let him know that they are coming. Who are they? Initially, stupid Jessica had thought that it had to be the Blackbeard pirates. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, because when we seen Blackbeard's ship initially approaching Egghead, Egghead's intact, nothing's on fire. Like, we got scenes of buildings collapsing as the Buster Call is in active effect. And also, when we seen the Blackbeard ship, there was no fleet around the island. Everything is fine. Like, they had to have arrived before this. So I'm still sticking with that they are there somewhere in the island, invisible and hiding something, shape-shifting, who knows. And they're infiltrating it with Lafitte's help, because he's good at infiltrating, and they must be after some kind of information. Originally, I thought that they were after either Kid La or Luffy, and they just kind of broke up to go in different directions, and Blackbeard ended up going the direction that La ended up, because they knew once you leave Wano, there's one of 3 paths you could follow. So I just figured they sent people to all 3 paths to intercept all 3 of them. So I thought whoever was going to be there was going to be after Luffy, or whichever of the generation showed up. Now I'm leaning more towards they went there earlier specifically to get information. Because this is Egghead, because Vegapunk is researching everything, I'm wondering if they thought there was a chance that Vegapunk, if not researching the Void Century, if they didn't think he'd be breaking that taboo, at least maybe the Rocks Pirates or God Valley. They might be after information for that. So I'm assuming Blackbeard Pirates are there doing that. If for no other reason, then they haven't interfered with Luffy yet. That being said, it would also be really cool if they were the ones who took Luffy to the food vending machine to help him out. And if Luffy has a team up with the Blackbeard Pirates, I might lose my mind. I doubt it. I'm still betting on S-Snake, maybe Atlas, but I'm leaning towards S-Snake was the one who brought Luffy there. So that's my thought on the Blackbeard Pirates. Who shot down the marine ship and saved the vessel? Most likely Revolutionary Army. That makes the most sense. We're assuming Vegapunk called Dragon in for backup. They might be showing up now to help. Can Sabo come? I want Sabo. I really want Sabo. Probably not. Probably just Dragon, but... or the Revolutionary Army's random commanders. I want Sabo. I'm also kind of a little tiny bit holding up hope for Bartolomeo and the Straw Hat Fleet will come to save them. I would adore that. I doubt it. It's a very small chance, but I would absolutely adore that as well. Frankie, Atlas, and Sanji all get Kuma and Bonney onto the vacuum rocket thing to get them to safety. But Sanji goes back because he says he will protect Vegapunk for Bonney, and he is calling Nami to get more information on what's going on. Nami is talking about how Zoro is still fighting Lucci. I completely forgot about that. Why haven't we seen even a cutaway of that fight? I want to see it. So they're fighting. Jinbei's gone to find Zoro to make sure he hasn't gotten lost. Robin, my darling angel, done nothing wrong in her entire life and now sitting through her 3rd Buster Call, is injured and trying to rest up. I'm still very... I don't know if I'm annoyed. I really gotta reread Egghead. That we missed or we jumped over the scene where the Seraphims were attacking during our whole whodunit kind of side scene thing. Side plot. And she had been injured during that time. I don't know who injured her. There's theories that she's, what's her name, shapeshift fox thing in disguise, and the real Robin's in danger. Like, I want to know what happened during that little time period that we jumped over, and I want to know why she's hurt, who hurt her. Anyone who hurts Robin is, like, on my list. I love Robin. What else is happening? They're talking about how Vegapunk's robot can't carry the Sunny anymore to get them away. Obviously, the Iron Giant needs to come into play for that. We have Brook using his powers, and I adore it. Him and Lilith are on the Sunny, and he's frozen the clouds, so they're skating along that. And once again, it's like, Lilith's like, do you know how we're going to stop this thing when time comes? And Brook's like, nope. And anything that reminds me of the Ennis lobby, Zoro getting the train, falling through the sky, and they're like, how do we land this thing? You didn't think of that? It's like, sure I did. And what's the plan? We fall. Anything that even slightly reminds me of that, absolutely adore it. No plan, just we got her going, and she'll stop when she stops. So I love that. The Buster Call in full commence. Marines haven't even fully got on their ship, so they're attacking the island before all their people even get on the boats. Oh my god, Vegapunk is watching his life's work crumble around him as Egghead is falling, and he is shocked that this is happening. Can you imagine everything you've ever worked for just being obliterated and destroyed around you. So the egghead, like the knowledge, the big head dome thing that he's like connected to via whatever version of Wi-Fi they have, I that needs to be protected because I can't have him lose everything. Oh, that reminds me of the who could possibly be coming to the island to help. I'm also not ruling out Saul and the Giants and like survivors from O'Hara, because if they learn that a Buster Call may come into effect, they might not want anyone else to go through what they did, to have to lose an entire moment of history. Their goal is to preserve human knowledge and history, and they might not want anyone to go through a Buster Call like they did. So I wouldn't rule out them coming to save them as well, which could bring Shanks. I doubt it. Definitely not Shanks. But I'm not ruling out Saul and the survivors of O'Hara to come rescue them. And I would love it. I would love it so, so, so much. You have no idea. To say, like, we will protect knowledge. We will come to your aid for everything that you have. I love that idea so very much. Kizaru uses his sword of light thing to chop down the vacuum rocket, leading to Kuma and Bonney, and I believe Atlas is in there too, falling out, and they're about to attack the pacifistas, who look like Bonnie's father, are about to attack and kill her, and Vegapunk is just thinking, this is what I feared since the day I heard you became a pirate. That the pacifistas will be ordered to attack you. They won't know who Kuma is. They won't know who you are, and it'll be the end of you. That has been his fear. My prayer to God is that the necklace he gave her is some kind of disruption, will turn off the attack, something protect her somehow from the pacifistas. That is what I'm praying for. Kuma is protecting Bonney with his own body, holding her close, still acting, I'm pretty sure, completely on instincts. Like, he's not himself yet. There's a chance the necklace would give him his memories back, maybe. Maybe he took the knowledge from the Pa bubble the Pa bubble that had all Kuma's memories and somehow transferred that into the necklace, and when she gives it to Kuma, or it touches Kuma, it'll give him back his memories. I don't know. I need Vegapunk to be on our side from the beginning and always on Team Save Bonney and make her happy. That's all I need. So yeah, I'm extremely excited to figure out where the hell the Blackbeard pirates are and what they're doing. The ship that's coming to Egghead, again, most likely Revolutionary Armies. Obvious answer. I'm praying for the O'Hara survivors. I really, really think that'd be great. I need to know Robin's okay. And I want to know what's going to go on with Kizaru. Because there's so many little moments of expressions on his face where he feels ashamed of what he's doing, but he's still doing what the government says. So I just need to know what he's thinking. I want to know who's helping. Luffy, I really am leaning towards S-Snake and the idea of my instincts say to help and protect you. And that's just such a big theme. I'm assuming she got out of the bubble prison jail and has gone to help him. Luffy is fully stocked up. He has gorged himself and eaten so much, so he's going to be back into play next week. Can't wait for that. Oh, I'm very happy with everything we're setting up this chapter, and I need more. I am selfish. I need the next chapter. Obviously, Oda needs to take breaks, but there is no break week next week that I'm aware of. I'm very bad at keeping track of break weeks, but I think we're getting another one next week, so I'm very excited. All right, that is all I got. I will talk to you later. Bye.